Hey everybody, Bailey here, and today, or right now I should say, I want to make a video about sportsmanship, because I find that sportsmanship is something very important if you want to be successful in whatever you're doing, especially in the equestrian world. And so, sportsmanship applies not only in the arena, but outside the arena and away from the environment, the competitive environment, I mean. And so you want to be a person that has a good attitude, so you want to be a positive person. You don't want to be somebody who's a negative Nelly all the time, because nobody likes to be around people who are constantly negative instead of being happy. Because if you're negative, you're going to be dragging everybody else around you down. You might not think it, but you really are. It is physically and emotionally exhausting and mentally exhausting to be around somebody who's negative all the time in a race. I mean, I like to be around people who are light. I like a light room, a light atmosphere. I don't like to feel awkward because everybody else around me is just nah, 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 nah. I like to be where there's laughter, where people are having a good time, and I feel if you're being a negative person, you're not really going to have a good time, and most of the times your friends are not going to have a good time if they're being around you. So you want to be somebody who's graceful in whatever you do. So you want to be graceful whether you're winning or graceful whether you're losing or having a hard time. Because that goes into the negative and positive as well. So if you're having a rough patch and you're losing, and please don't mind the dog chewing on the bone over there. But anyway, if you're winning or you're on a poor streak, be positive. Don't be all, oh, well, poor me, because nobody wants to be around somebody who's constantly throwing themselves a pity party. Nobody's going to respond to your invite. And so, you want to be graceful when you lose, because I don't know how to explain it, but I like being around people who just move on. They leave it in the arena. Because that's really what all you can do, is you just have to leave it in the arena, because there's nothing you can do about it, there's nothing you can change about it. You can only go home and fix it and then try better the next time. And so also you want to be a graceful winner. You don't want to be somebody who goes around gloating about themselves all day long after you had a smoke and run. Good job. You had a great run. Leave it at that. I mean, yeah, you can be happy for yourself. I'm not saying you shouldn't be happy for your run. There's a difference between being genuinely excited, and then there's someone who's just being very arrogant and like, oh yeah, did you see that? Look at me, I won the barrel race today. Woohoo! I'm such a BA. You know, nobody wants to be around that either, because it's not very genuine, and you might think you're looking cool and stuff, but really you're just making yourself look like a fool when you're going around acting like that. And so it's important to be graceful whether you're winning or losing. You want to be an encouraging friend. And so there's that positivity again. You want to be the friend that goes and encourages others. Yeah, you might have had a bad run, but you know what? It's okay. You have your next run to make and fix whatever went wrong. You know what? It's okay. Don't be the friend that joins in on the pity parties like, yeah, you're right, that run did suck. Man, did you see how you rode? You rode like crap. Nobody wants to hear that. That is not helping their pity situation at all. You're just helping push them into that pity party even further. You want to be the friend that pulls them out and is like, you know what? Snap out of it. Let's continue on. Let's go watch so-and-so and cheer them on. Because I like to be around encouraging friends. I like my group of barrel friends because they are encouraging. They're yelling for me. I yell for them. I mean, we're just having an all-around good time, and that's what I like. I like to go and have a good, fun time with my friends. And so that leads me to being a classy, genuine person, and that goes in a couple different manners. One way is don't be a part of the gossip. Don't be one of the ladies in the stands that's sitting behind somebody, and you can clearly hear them just doing a lot of this. Chatter, 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 chatter about somebody who just ran or is running there that weekend. I don't like it. I can't stand being around it. I mean, it reminds me of the Real Housewives TV shows. It's very unclassy. Don't go around trash talking somebody, no matter what is going on in your own life. It's very, very unclassy, and very disrespectful, very rude. I mean, you're being a very sour person when you trash talk other people and when you're involved in gossip. Don't get me wrong, I found myself in a little gossip once in a while, but then I really think, should I really be in here? Should I really be a part of this conversation right now? Because it's life. We're human beings. We like drama naturally. It's a part of our lives. I mean, what's a barrel race without a little bit of drama? Everywhere I go, there's always some drama going on. But I just try to keep my distance. I try to back up and say, no, walk away. Don't even join in on this conversation, Bailey. It's nothing but bad news for you. So you just want to be respectful in a class act. You want to be a positive person. You want to be an encouraging person. You want to be graceful. You just want to be a class act. Look up classy. The definition of a classy person. It'll tell you exactly how you should be. And lastly, I want to touch on influence. You want to be a positive, good influence, because you might not think people are watching you, but really people are watching you. I mean, I watch barrel racers all the time. You might not think I'm watching you, but I'm watching you. And if I see you treating somebody, I'm going to think, wow, man, that lady's sure a rip to be around. I don't think I want to be around her. Because, and so there again, there goes that little bit of, and people talk. People do talk. The gossip thing. And you don't want to be the center of the gossip conversation. So you want to be a good influence, not only for the people around you, but also for the little kids. People always forget about the little people. There's little people at barrel races. There's little people who are watching you, especially if you're somebody who is at the top of the game. If you're doing really, really well, not only are the adults going to be watching you, little girls are going to be watching you. They're going to be saying, oh, Mom, I want to be like her. Look at her. She did so good today. Wow, look at her. She has such a pretty horse. I want to be like her. So you want to make sure that you're in check with your attitude. No matter if you think that, oh, I don't care what people think. You should, because people are watching you. Little kids are watching you. They're the future. You might not think it's important now, but when you're further along in your whatever, if you want to continue barrel racing or you want to continue in the equestrian events, you really should work on your overall appearance and the way you represent yourself around other people. So you just want to be, like I said, sportsmanship, there's many different aspects of it. But all this flows into sportsmanship, from inside the arena to your attitude after you run, to your attitude outside of the arena with your friends. It all goes into sportsmanship. So you want to be a good sport. Okay, you don't want to be the poor me person. You don't want to be the person kicking a bucket or the person who has their head in the clouds on a really, really tall horse. Okay? So practice your good sportsmanship. It's your best friend. It'll keep you a genuine, honest person. So I hope this video made any sense, because it's one of the ones that pops into my mind that I needed to make a video about.